Do we see the Gayatri mantra? Okay. Sit a little bit taller. Breathe a little bit deeper. All right, set the table for your practice. Let's open with one Om. We'll chant the Gayatri a couple times. One Om to close. Inhale. To the heart, one Om. Initiating our time together. Big inhale. Lift your chest up into your thumbs, bow your chin in softly. Take a soulful breath into the center of your heart. Good. Inhale and stretch your arms up high. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart forward and up. Exhale here, let the heart be soft and open. Hands to the heart in prayer. One more time. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart forward and up. And exhale. Hands in prayer, Anjali, in front of the heart. Good. Interlace your fingers, press them forward, stretch out all the spaces in between your fingers, your inner wrists. And then just flip the palms to face you. So the palms, yeah, and then lift your palms to eye level. Yeah, good. So take a look at the sole of your palms. All right. Shake out the wrists. Thanks, Chris. And let's come to tabletop position. If you want to start your playlist, you can do so now. The playlist is called Respira, called Breathe. All right, tuck your toes under, hover the knees. Bring your chin to the chest, round the upper back. Look between the thighs. See if you can draw the belly button up a little bit more. Good. Child's pose, knees down. Good. Let the chest melt a little bit around the knees. Come back, tabletop. Hover the knees, tuck the toes. Good. This time, chin to chest. And a little miniature chaturanga in the arms. And as you do this, grip the mat with your finger pads, right, as if you had claws here. Good. Now the arms are awake, the whole body is awake, right? And you're balancing on the balls of the feet and the finger pads and the heels of the hands. Soles of your hands, soles of your feet active. One more moment. And down dog, press back. Bend one knee at a time. Right, use this breath to irrigate the backs of your legs. Right, use this breath, let it rinse down, right, from your sacrum bone all the way out the head. Yes, I can resend that playlist. Good. Come forward to plank pose, please. And go back, downward facing. Plank pose. Just kind of flossing and opening the shoulders here. Downward facing. One more time, plank pose. Feel the shoulders stacking over the wrists. Good. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. All right, ease up on the wrists a little bit and fold. Uttanasana. Might open the jaw a little bit. All right, bring some release to the place we talk from. Hands to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take a look behind you. Again, inhale, halfway lift, look forward, front edge of the mat. Exhale, fold, gaze behind you. One more, smooth. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, look behind. This time, stand up, reach the arms all the way up. Look up, 1. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift your heels, balance on the balls of the feet. And cause a little disruption. And then use your breath to calm that disruption. And we take a little look at this year, 2020. What's on your table? Lower the heels down. Feel the intensity dissipate. Inhale, lift the arms, look up, 1. Exhale, forward fold, look down, 2. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, 3. Exhale, fold, look behind you, 4. Inhale, 1, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, 2. Inhale, halfway lift, 3. Exhale, 4. Look behind. Good. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Fold. Inhale, 3. Lift. Exhale, 4. One more time. Inhale, 1. Reach up high. Forward fold, 2. Let all the breath go. Inhale, 3. Look forward to what's coming. Exhale, 4. Look behind you. Acknowledge your past. Inhale, 1. Reach up a little higher, little higher. Samastitihi. Hands rest in front of the heart. All right, what keeps the heart ticking? All right. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Good. Look forward, walk forward, down dog. Plank pose. Lower down all the way to your stomach. Good. Untuck toes, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift from the heart. Exhale, lower down. This time, Bhujangasana, lift up. Maybe lift the hands here. Use the strength of the muscles lining the spine and the back body. Keep pressing tops of the feet down. Pinky side, down. Good. Just one more moment here, waking up. Right, getting into your body fully. Hands down, chest down, tap the forehead. Tuck toes, bend knees, child's pose. Take an honest breath here, child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Come into plank pose, please. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Keep the hips as steady as they can be. Slide the knee down to the right wrist. Lift it up to the elbow. Plank pose, bring that leg back. Left side, left knee, left elbow. Slide it down. Bring it back up. Shoot it back, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, your version. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog, return to homeroom. Good. Feel the heels, right? Energetically press down. They do not need to touch. Right? But there's a apana vayu, there's a downward wind coming from your sit bones down through your heels. So if you feel that, connect to that downward. Good. Plank pose, come forward. Right knee, right elbow. This time lift it up to the shoulder. Lower down to the wrist. Back up to the elbow. Shoot it back, plank pose. Left knee, left elbow. Draw it up towards the shoulder. Down to the wrist. Elbow. Plank pose. This time knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Slide into cobra pose. Tops of the feet down, pinky toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Big inhale, 1. All right, picture that table, your 2020. Good. Look between your hands, bend the knees, step or hop forward and fold. Big inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold, look behind you. Good. Inhale, stand up tall, reach up, touch the palms, samastitihi, hands hovering up right in front of your heart. And when we do practices looking back at the whole year, it can be quite intense and pretty emotional here. So you don't need to go and run away from that, or don't need to understand every single thing that happened. Rather, be here. Pay attention to the quality of your breath. And for a moment, right, move towards that's enough. Adjust your feet for Utkatasana. Good. And come in here. Bring the hands to the heart and lift both heels while keeping the spine more upright. Good. So the power, the fierceness of this pose, right, comes from the squeezing together of the inseam of the legs. Lifting up from Mula Bandha, base of your pelvic floor here. And it is enough to just pay attention to what is powering this lift for you. Good. Lower the heels down. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Right. Again, use that breath to rinse out the backs of the legs. Maybe some of the quadricep here. Come back. Utkatasana. With a fiery heart. Hands in prayer. Twist to your right. Draw that left knee back. Left knee back. Okay. And then lift your heels. Inhale 2. Exhale, turn the heart more towards the right and up. Inhale 1, maybe look over your right shoulder. Lower the heels down. Utkatasana, face forward, reach the arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Shake out the head, the jaw, the eyes. Inhale, halfway lift. Right? Just neutralize the back of the heart. And fold. Utkatasana, sink in, hands to the heart. Twist to your left, keeping that right knee back. Yeah. And then lift the heels. So just 2 breaths, right? We do this together for the liberation and the freedom, right? The Jivamukti of all beings. 1 more breath. Turn the heart to the left, maybe looking over the left shoulder. And heels down. Utkatasana. Exhale, let it go. Touch down. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the sternum bone forward, and then fold. Rise all the way up to stand. Samastitihi. What keeps the heart beating? Right, after a chair pose twist, for me personally, I can always feel that electric charge. Right, coursing through the legs and the heart and the feet. So it is enough to just stand here and feel the effects of that practice. And let's add in some flow and lunges. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale and look up and reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Lower the right knee down for low lunge. The inhale lifts you up. The exhale, bend the elbows, palms face forward. Inhale, curl the heart up. Very easy back bend. Exhale, dip the hips a little bit more. Look down, frame your front foot, Ardha Hanuma. Go for function, right? Rather than aesthetic. That's one of the fruits I'm putting on the table of my practice, right? Going for function of a pose, not what the pose looks like, right? To offer up cues, right, with my voice that get you to feel the functional reason for this pose instead of adjusting because of what I think it should look like, right? For example, press your left big toe mound forward. Draw your left pinky toe back to accentuate that stretch in the back of the leg. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 1. Exhale. Rebend your left knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And relax your jaw. Reach your right leg up high, 3-legged dog. Look between your hands and step forward for high crescent lunge, like a beautiful moon rising. Good. Bend the elbows as you exhale. Inhale, curl the heart forward. Challenge the balance by looking up as you exhale. Look forward, hands to the heart. Glide into warrior three. Just for a moment. Step that left foot next to the right and fold. Fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Let's add a fierce pose. Utkatasana. And then rise up to stand. Samastitihi. Yeah. Beautiful. Second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Left knee down. Low lunge. Strong legs. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart up. Exhale. Hands down, hips back, Ardha Hanuma. Right. Physically, we want to stretch out the back of the leg. Spiritually, we want to tap in that place of deep service. Right. And the more limber, right, the more mobile and stable we are in the physical body, the more we're able to tap into a spiritual place of service. Right? How to be kind, how to just smile at someone, how to not fly off the handle unnecessarily. Right? So every pose here, physically, these sensations connect us to a deeper place of understanding. Draw that right pinky toe back, last breath. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Use your breath. Right, moving from the center, from the inner organs, out through the extremities, out of your palms, out of the soles of your feet. Lift your left leg up high. High crescent lunge. Feel the ascension, right? The lifting up to this pose. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart. Challenge the balance by looking up as you exhale. Hands to heart, look down. Warrior three. Shift the weight forward, elevate that right leg. Counterbalance upper body with lower body. Good. One more moment. Right leg down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look behind you, right? Gaze back at all the lessons, right? All the good stuff. All the challenging stuff. And then you look at this table, right? Everything you've put on it. What do you want to clear away? What do you want to keep? Utkatasana. Fierce pose. Good. Rise up to stand. This time bend the elbows as you exhale. Samastitihi. Bring everything back. Sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Open up the feet, toes out for Malasana. Malasana, good. Sit a little taller. Breathe a little deeper. Circulating and distilling the motive of why we practice here. Opening up the hips, letting the blood circulate into the outer and inner hip joint and groin. Shift the weight into the outer edges of the feet. And hands down, forward fold. Adjust your toes to face forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Front of the spine gets long here. Good. Exhale, fold. Adjust your feet, hip distance apart. Step the left leg back. Lower left knee down. Low lunge. Rise up. Hold your left wrist or the left forearm side bent over to the right. Squeeze the legs, right? Inner legs together. The same oomph that's needed to lift the heels, right? Use that same oomph to hold the legs towards one another to enable the opening to the right. One more breath. Use that right arm to pull the left a little bit more. And then come back, low lunge. Hands down. Ardha Hanuma, one more time. Slide the right heel forward. Flex the toes. 3 breaths. Good. Listen to yourself breathe. 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Ashtanga Namaskar. Lower your knees, your chest, your chin. Slide into cobra pose. Tops of the feet down, pinkies pressed down. Downward facing dog. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step or hop forward, and fold the body down. Halfway lift and fold. Open the toes and feet, Malasana. Second round, sink the hips down, hands come to the heart. Right, feel that energetic, right, support, right, coming up the soles of your feet and the pelvis grounding down. I am connected to this planet. I am connected to other yogis, other humans. I am connected to the nature around me. If you feel like you're floating away in space, come back to this pose. It helps. Good. Hands down. Lift the hips, fold. Point your toes forward. Halfway lift. Big breath in. Open the lungs side to side. And fold. Adjust your feet. Step the right leg back. Lower the right knee down. Low lunge. This time hold the other wrist, side bend to the left. Hold your right wrist, side bend to the left. Okay. Evaluate the connection of your left foot to the mat. And imagine there's a magnet, right, connecting the sole of your foot to the center of the earth. And because you're so connected, you have the strength to bend a little bit more to the left. One more breath. Return the spine upright, release the arms, reach up, hands down, Ardha Hanuma. Stretch out. You want to open, give an opportunity to open. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Down dog, return. Come into plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Complete your vinyasa with ease and kindness and openness in the heart. Good. Downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up. High lunge. Step forward. Reach the arms up. Good. Bring the hands parallel to the chest, palms face in. Good. Cross your left wrist over the right. Flip the palms to touch. Keep squeezing inner inseam of the legs together. And then stay here or lift and point your fingers up. Good. So there's a very gentle heart opening / back bending, right? And there's a courageous bending in that left knee. And there's a stabilizing desire, right? That is the devotion you have to your practice. Maybe look up and look through your hands. 2 and 1. Good. Release the hands, bring them to the heart. Step the back leg forward for Utkatasana. Good. Forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Step back, float back, jump back. Keep it easy as much as possible. It's a breath practice, right? These poses designed to see if we can still manage to breathe. Good. Lift your right leg up. High lunge, step forward. Lower the palms, chest level. Right wrist over the left. Flip the palms and lift the fingertips. Right, there's some negotiating, maybe if the arms get somewhere near the head. And if the arms are by the head, squeeze the arm bones together and reach the fingertips up higher. There's bravery, there's courage in your right hip right now. Right, there's this willingness to move into the fire, move in and towards the challenge. There is faith, right, that the body and the earth will hold you here. Release the bind of the hands, reach up. Hands to heart. Step the left leg forward. Utkatasana with fierceness. Good. Maybe you don't sit as low. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold here or take one vinyasa. Maybe you take a break and you just fold here. Wherever you are, downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up. Reach it up high. Good. Step forward, warrior two. Soft, soft landings. Arms overhead. Hold for your left wrist and reverse. Keep holding that wrist. Unbend that front knee. Level out the hips. Do your best. Sense that your hips are level. And then rebend. Good. Open up the arms. Traditional reverse. Slide that hand down. Now unbend that front knee. Keep reaching back. Level out the hips. Then move into triangle pose. Right. How many times have we done this pose in 2020? I imagine your triangle pose on your table. Good. What has it taught you? What has this pose taught you this year? Take your top arm, move it to a diagonal. Good. Lift your torso up away about a couple inches and lift your bottom arm. Yeah, like hold the whole 2020 in between your palms here. Squeeze them together, right? Amidst all the discomfort and challenges, all the unexpected, right? We still hold it here. The stronger we are here, the better and more capable we are to serve others. Come back to triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. Take your gaze down. Good. Half moon. Bend that left knee. Make your way. Lift that leg. Good. We spend some time opening the back of that hamstring, right? So use that open back part of the leg, right, to open up more. Maybe you begin to take your gaze up. Maybe not. Remember that you are connected. Right? The gravity is holding you to this planet. One more breath. Vertical splits. Oh my. I was thinking the other day, I haven't done this pose in such a long time. Good. So reach that right leg up. Point the toes. Yeah. It is enough to be here and be present in the practice, right? Go for function here. Don't go for aesthetic. Walk the hands a little closer to the feet. One more breath. Step back. High lunge. Steady the heart, steady the motion. Vinyasa as you exhale. Right leg up. Warrior 2. You can almost feel the can't think of the word. Quiet the mind. Bring your arms over the head. Reach for that right wrist. Reverse. A big rubber band stretching open from your right wrist through the elbow down the ribs. And then maybe there's room to bend a little more. Okay. Unbend your right knee. Keep reaching back. Reverse. Level out the hips best as you can. Good. And then rebend. Open the arms, warrior 2. The spine returns upright. Then reverse. Left hand slides down. Okay. Keep reaching back. Unbend right knee. Reverse triangle. Level out the hips. Yeah, and then triangle pose. Keeping that super long stretch. Well, that's a big lesson for me, for my table, in terms of asana practice. When we reverse before coming in, it helps retain, right, the length of the side that you're bending into. So if that makes sense, wonderful. If not, it's still radiating into you somehow. Top arm comes to a diagonal. Lift up a bit, and then float the right arm up. Holding, right? Whatever was really heavy for you here. Let this pose symbolize that you come and you hold this life in all its glory, in all its challenges with grace, with practice, with breath, with devotion. So just one more moment. Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Look down. Half moon. Doesn't always have to be super graceful, right? But we get there. Use the openness of both sets of hamstrings, right? Standing leg and floating leg. Open, open, open. If you fall out, right, smile with grace and perhaps come back in, even just for a breath. Good. Good, good, good. Vertical splits. Lower that left hand down. Reach that back leg up. Point the toes. Get long. Right, we practice these balancing poses, right, because they get us really close to paying attention. One more breath. How about that? Step back. Land. High lunge. Squeeze the legs together. Find your balance. Find your gaze. And then on your next exhale, vinyasa. Reset, like hard reset. Control Alt Delete. Reset. Downward facing dog. Right, can you still breathe in this pose? Are you able to simply observe, right, the effects of this practice? Walk your hands back towards your feet. Open the toes, malasana. Stay in malasana or bakasana, crow pose practice. Take 3 breaths. Steady. Malasana. Come back. Hands to the heart. Inhale 2. Exhale. Yeah, rinse it out. It takes big poses to get big breaths. 1. Good. Hands down and fold. Lift your hips. Point your toes forward and fold. Wrap the palms, I like that, behind the calves. Slide your palms like from the calves up to the backs of the knees, and then back down to the ankles if they'll go that far. Good. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Left fingers around left big toe. So hold your left big toe. Right hand, right hip. Bend both knees, soft knees, and then rise up to stand. Maybe you bring that foot with you. Good. Maybe you extend the foot forward. Maybe not. Inhale, 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale, stand a little taller. Last breath. Exhale. Good. Come back the way we came. Forward fold and set that foot down. Both hands reach down, relax and fold. Other side. Get a hold of that right big toe. Left hand comes to the hip. Bend both knees and rise up to stand. Perhaps you extend. Perhaps you keep it bent. Try your best. Plug that right shoulder back. The spine comes first. The leg comes second. Inhale, 2. And 1. Look down and place that foot down. Come back the way you came. Inhale, halfway lift. Really fill up and stretch long. Exhale, fold. This time, rise up to stand. Reach the arms up high. Hands to the heart. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Bring the left knee into tree. So bend the left knee open. Slippery pants, Chris. Maybe come into half lotus and hold the foot. Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite variations of trees, to half lotus and just hold the foot. Maybe wrapping the arm behind. Maybe not. Wherever you are, I would love for us to together, right, energetically, maybe physically, lift your right heel. Right? It could just be a very devotional uplifting. Right? When we're tired, when we have limited resources, how do we find space to lift? Bring your hands to your heart. Lower the heel down if it's up. Take a halfway fold, just a flat back, fold forward. Rise back up to stand. Samastitihi. Does that feel like 2020? What a ride. So glad to be with you. Second side. Bring your right leg into tree pose, Vrikshasana. Or maybe you say this at home, Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana. Ignite your awareness at the bottom of your left foot. Like light it up. And energetically lift it up. Maybe the body physically follows. And then you lift up. If you fall out, come back because we're here for a few more. The function here is to balance in the body. So if you feel like your balance is challenged, then that's just right. And together, Find your tree pose. Take a halfway fold. Just fold the chest, the torso down, bowing to the Great Mother. Rise back up to stand. Samastitihi. Nothing to do here but to feel both feet firmly and to observe the breath. Inhale, open the eyes, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Downward facing dog. Let's rinse that out. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. With control, with control. Good. We all meet. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, runner's lunge. Good. Heel toe that left foot to the left. Begin to move your left shoulder underneath your left thigh. Underneath, right? It's kind of snaked underneath. Good. If this is too much, just come back to like a lizard pose. Okay? Stay here or bind the arms around the back. And balance here. One more breath. Release the hands down. Good. Three-legged dog. Left leg up and back. Bend the knee and open the hip. Revolve is an option. Kind of reverse. Flipping the dog. Lifting the chest up. Opening the heart space. If you're flipped, come back. Three-legged dog. Good. Step that same foot. Left foot forward again. Runner's lunge. Good. Come back to the same place. So heel toe, left foot to the left. Bring that left hand inside. Stay in lizard. Right. A couple more options here. Bind your lizard or come into Vishvam. Right. I know some of you are like, oh, I want to do it. So if you know it, come into it. If not, come into lizard pose. Any variation. Right. 10 breaths. Lift that right hip. This is a great place to yoke the monkey mind. Right, the mind wants to go, go, go. I want to get out. I want to get out. And you say, let's stay. Let's stay for a couple more moments. And in doing so, we strengthen our ability, right, to be disciplined in our practice. One more breath. Good. Place the palms back down. Downward facing dog. Just bring that leg back. Optional vinyasa or just hang out in down dog. We did a lot of those today. Okay, second side. Lift that right leg up. Step forward, runner's lunge. All right, so we know what's coming. We have two opportunities here. So take them. It's two lizard poses. So I'll talk you through the same variations we did on the other side. Heel toe, right foot to the right, right hand inside. Snake that right shoulder underneath that right hip. Good. And then maybe you wrap and bind the arms around the low back. Good. Wrap up the gift of yourself. Inhale 2. Long exhale here. Inhale 1. Even longer exhale. Release the hands down. Right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Good. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Right, reconnect to the center of your palms here. And maybe you flip. Yay! If you're revolved, come back with control, please. Good. 3-legged dog. Step that right leg forward. Runner's lunge. Lizard, round 2. So many variations. Maybe you do something completely different, like lowering the back knee. quiet the mind. Right? Just pay attention to the sensation in the body. This physical sensation, connecting your physical body to your spiritual body. Two more breaths. One more breath. Good. Come back up to the palms. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Right, optional vinyasa. Hi, Tara. Downward dog. Good. Knees down wide. Big toes touch. Balasana. Roll that forehead left and right, temple to temple. Good. Bring the palms to touch here. And this time, a little different. Point your fingers straight up towards the sky. Yeah. So they're not quite resting on your head. They're pointing straight up. So your prayer is energetically shooting directly upwards here. And then take a little look at the table you set in 2020. What on this table of yours would you like to carry over into the next? If we had to clear this whole table from 2020 and start over, what are some of the items, if any, that you want to keep? Good. Now bring the thumbs to the back of the head. Rest it down, right? And then walk your elbows forward a bit. It's a very heartfelt moment for me to thank you for being here. It's such an honor. Lower your prayer down. Come to tabletop position. So adjust your knees. A couple rounds of cat and cow here. Okay, neutralize your spine. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Just a little transition to get us down to our stomachs. So come forward, plank pose, and lower down. Bhujangasana, that's your cobra pose, right? Steady, low to the ground, yet incredibly fierce and powerful. Reach your fingertips back towards your feet. Good. And try your best. Roll the pinky toes down. Like try to press the pinky toes down into the ground. Good. One more breath. Roll down and relax. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Good. Stretch back. Lift the chest. Zip the legs together, right? Light up the inseam so that there's oomph in between the legs. Float the legs up. Point the toes back. Stretch out the soles of the feet, right? The soles of your feet now facing the sky. Yes? Powerful work here. One more breath. And rest. Rest. One more. Bend the knees, reach back. Let's do it. 2020. Right? In honoring of all the teachers, all the lessons. Kick into your hands. Pelvis presses down. Belly button draws up. Chest is open. Turn yourself into a bow. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Right? Craft yourself into this tool, right, of which the breath, your arrow, right, can fire. Can be real precise about ending your own suffering. That's the purpose. So lift up a little higher. One more moment. And release and rest. Bring the hands by the chest. Tuck your toes. Child's pose with the toes tucked. Right. Walk your hands in. Adjust your knees so they're side by side and sit up on the heels for Vajrasana. Thunderbolt, lightning, diamond pose. Turn your palms to face up. Good. So the soles of your hands and the soles of your feet exposed and open in offering and also receiving. Sit a little bit taller. Breathe a little bit easier. Draw a big circle with your arms out and all the way up. Touch your palms together, lower them in front of your heart. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, reach all that we have learned. In honoring hands to the heart, we honor it all. Last time, make it really personal. Good. Headstand practice. Chris, would you mind demoing rabbit pose? So if you're rather new, some of you I don't know, you can come into rabbit pose. Right? Even if you can do headstand, maybe you come into rabbit just to see. So Chris is demoing rabbit, where you're holding the heels or the feet or the calves, ankles, rock onto the weight, onto the crown of the head, and you lift your hips. Good. And if you'd like to move into Shirshasana, go ahead. No kicking unless you're at the wall. Even then, don't kick. Just try to move the hips over the shoulders. Oh, turbulence. That's the word I was seeking earlier. Quiet the turbulence in your mind by paying attention to the breath. Let the body distill the motives of all of your actions. That's a good one. I'll say it again. Let your breath distill the motives of all of your actions. Take 10 more breaths. Land softly. Child's pose is the counter pose. tabletop position. Good. Sit on the heels. Sit to one side, swing the legs out in front. Keep the knees as bent as they need to be for you to hold your feet. So hold your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to do this. And then fold the chest forward. Keep the knees bent if you need. Physically, the purpose here, stretching out the legs, the low back. Spiritually, we fold in, we withdraw from the senses to tune in to the spiritual sight. Right? And that sensation that you're feeling in the body is what connects these two. It's that connective tissue of those two languages. Yeah. So fold in, pratyahara, withdraw here. Inhale, rise up slowly. Adjust yourself on your mat, lie down on your back. Anything else you need? It might feel good to draw the knees into the chest. Apanasana. Okay. Take these last few moments to do exactly what your body is telling you. We spend a lot of time working on our ability, right, to listen and clearly discern what the body is saying. Come into Shavasana as you're ready. And for a moment, just fix your gaze on this beautiful table. And together as a Sangha, as our spiritual community, walking this walk together, begin to clear that entire table. Right? Remove these items one by one with gratitude. Right? Thank you. And move them off. Clear the way. And then begin to just sit with yourself and your breath in contemplation, right, of this emptiness, of this freshness, of this newness. Shavasana, rest. Deepen your breath. Turn your head side to side very slowly. Bend one knee at a time. You feel your feet on the ground. Meet me in a seated pose. Take as much time as you need. Let's chant 3 Oms. And let this sense of peace be with us always. Big inhale. That light shine bright so that all who walk near you can find their way. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.